Hi, my name's David Ramsden. I'm the head teacher here at Little Heath School. Welcome to our virtual open evening video for this year. I'm really sorry that you're not able to come to school for obvious reasons with COVID, but we're wanting to give the same kind of welcoming feel that we always achieve on an open evening event, and we hope that this video does it for you. We've also put together a virtual tour video where absolutely the best ambassadors for the school will talk to you about it. That's the students. They'll give you a tour around the place and talk about their experiences. It's really lovely, and I hope it gives you a flavour for what the school is like. Little Heath is a fabulous school. I absolutely love working here. It's brilliant because the students are so enthusiastic, the staff give their all, and the parents want the best for their children, which is a fabulous combination. Makes my job relatively easy. It's a great place to work, and hopefully it will be a great place for your children to learn. Our philosophy with learning is really quite simple. We want your children to have the best possible experience that they can at the school and to make the most of their opportunities. Children only get one chance at a great education, and we want them to be ready for it. We want them to make the most of all of their opportunities inside and outside the classroom. And that philosophy, that ethos that we try to keep really simple, hopefully provides that high quality education for all that's so important. How do we do that? Through innovative teaching and learning, and also by making sure that the students know that there's no ceiling in what they can achieve at the school. We believe very much in a growth mindset at Little Heath. The word yet is really important to us. This idea that students might find something difficult, but they never give up and they push themselves. They haven't learnt something yet, but they will do soon. We deliver that kind of approach through a broad and balanced curriculum. We provide support and challenge, and there is a really central focus on reading and writing at the heart of the curriculum, which will hopefully mean that your children leave at the age of 18 ready to take their place in the outside world and make a real success of themselves, whatever their next steps are. One of our most important messages to you is that we're a large school with a small school ethos. We achieve that through great pastoral care, supporting and nurturing young people from the moment they arrive at the start of Year 7. Strong relationships are at the heart of the work that we do, and I'm proud to say that we're a caring and listening school. If we were in the hall this evening and I was talking to you directly, I would be very enthusiastically telling you that students need to take on as many opportunities as they can at the school, and I'd be listing everything we do. It's the things outside of the classroom that make lots of difference: the clubs, the sport, the music, the trips, the drama, and of course our house system that has made a massive difference to us as a school over the last 5 or 6 years, culminating in a fabulous sports day that establishes the winner of the house competition at the end of the year. It's those sorts of things and the development of values and character in children that make us such a unique school. If our commitment to you is to give you a great education and to provide really exciting lessons, what's your commitment to us? Well, it's all about being part of our community when you join us as students, working as hard as I know you have in primary school. Your reputation as a year group is really strong, and your head teachers have spoken very positively about you. I want you to enjoy your learning. I want you to really push yourselves in lessons and expect your lessons to be exciting and active and challenging. And really importantly, I want you to leave Little Heath with great memories. Our badge, the oak tree at the back of the school, is a symbol of growth and nurture and the community that we have at Little Heath School. I want you to take pride in being a Little Heath student and to really push yourself inside and outside the classroom. Of course, as parents, you can make a real difference to your child's education, and that partnership is really important to us at Little Heath. You've been encouraging good study habits since your children were 2, 3, 4 when they first went to primary school, I'm sure. And I don't want that to change. I think there's a bit of a mythology about secondary education, that contact between parents and school is less easy. I'm not sure that's true. And we try really hard to make sure that three-way partnership continues. Supporting reading and writing at home. One of the best things that we've done as a school over the last 2 or 3 years is to introduce the Accelerated Reader programme to support children in their private reading for pleasure. We have Drop Everything and Read sessions at school in year 7, 8 and 9. And as parents, you can absolutely support that because you know, as I do as a parent, how important reading for pleasure is for your children. We want you to share our aspiration for their success because hopefully they'll stay at Little Heath until the 6th form, all the way through to 18, and then go on to the next steps in their education or even into employment. And that partnership has got to be from year 7 through to year 13. And we also want you to be critical friends for us as a school. There are so many things, I think, at Little Heath that we do very well, but we're always open to suggestions from parents and from students about things that we can improve and do better. And a case in point would have been the remote learning that we've done over the last 5 or 6 months. That was a real learning curve for us and for other schools, but we're now using video lessons to reinforce learning with revision. We're open to those sorts of ideas from parents. Again, that partnership in action. In terms of transition up to secondary school, up to hopefully Little Heath School next September, I really want you to feel like you're part of the school community even before you arrive. Obviously this summer, for the current year 7, there have been some things that we've had to do slightly differently. I hope we have returned to normal service in the summer of 2021. We'll do all sorts for you in that summer, be it masterclasses, work with primary schools to match students up appropriately, transition visits. So each primary school will have their own transition visit up to the school to really get to know the place and the teachers and other staff, and also other students. We'll have taster lessons on those transition visits, and then all of that will come together in a transition day when all of the students who are joining us as year 7 in September 2021 will have a full day at the school to really get to grips with what secondary education looks like. And I know you will have a fabulous day next summer. And once you join us, we'll continue with that careful approach. We've got a little bit of a motto when it comes to designing of tutor groups for September next year, old friends and new friends. Yes, it's really important that you have some people that you know in your tutor group from your primary school, particularly those of you who might come from a smaller primary school, but we also want to give you lots of opportunities to make new friends through sort of team building activities at the start of the term. I'm going to sound like I'm being ridiculous, but one of the best things we do at the school is the singing competition. And I hope that come September 21 we'll be able to do that. It's the first house competition that you'll get involved in at the school. As your tutor group, you will choose a song and then perform it in the singing competition, and it's a great way to make new friends and get to know about the school. Once you get here, our support mechanisms are really, really wide, and we'll give you all sorts of opportunities to talk to people about coming up to secondary school so that you feel more confident about it. We've got an inclusion team, and obviously your head of year and your tutor will be really important in that. Year 10 help you hugely in the first year. They're Smile Mentors, which is a national programme that they take with training, and then they will catch up with you on a regular basis. Some of you of year 7 might only want to catch up once or twice in the first month. Other students tend to keep in touch with their Smile Mentor in year 10 throughout the year, and it's a brilliant way of helping with that transition. In short, we want to make a big fuss of you because you're the most important person in making that transition up to secondary education. This is the part of the presentation that I try to make as interesting as possible. It is quite hard. I need to talk to you next about the application process for Little Heath. There are a number of online documents, so we've tried to make the application process as easy as we can, all available on the website. So there's an online prospectus that you can download or read on screen that just tries to give a bit of a wider feel for what the school is about and what opportunities you will get as a student when you come here. There's also a curriculum booklet, and I would really recommend that you look at that. It's on the curriculum tab on the website, and that talks about our curriculum vision in more detail. West Berkshire and Reading run slightly different processes for the admissions process for September 21, and all of the details will be on the slide. I won't read through them in detail. You can read that at your own leisure, but we are still a school that has close relationships with our partner primaries, and they are still part of our admissions process, so you can have a look at that when you get a chance. The deadline for West Berkshire is the 31st of October. Reading, very similar, 31st of October, but the phone number and the email address for Reading is different, so please have a look at that on our PowerPoint slides. I've also included details of how many students we've taken since 2015 all the way through to 2020. So yes, we are oversubscribed as a school, and we have been for a number of years, but you'll see very reassuringly, I hope, from that slide that a number of students have come from areas outside of our catchment area or not in feeder primaries. So what I always say live in the hall at this time is to apply for us if you think that we will do a really good job with your children and that they'll fit in here. We'd be delighted for you to join us. And if you have any concerns about whether you will get in and where the catchment area is and those sorts of issues, get in touch with us. I can't influence the application process, but we've got a lot of people at school with a great deal of experience with that, and they can give you really good advice either over the phone or in person in school if you would prefer. We're also planning to do virtual coffee mornings later on this term. Coffee mornings in the primary school have been a really brilliant way for me to get into primary schools to talk to parents in a kind of Q&A session, and obviously we can't do those in the same way this autumn. We're planning on doing them virtually through something like Zoom or Teams, just to give you a chance to ask any questions that you've got, because we know it's a rather odd autumn before you're making your application in October. Look forward to more detail coming into the primary schools about how we're going to do that, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you then. I hope that that's given you a flavour for what we do here at Little Heath School. I'd be absolutely delighted if you joined us here at what is quite an exciting time in the school's development. Please get in touch with us if there's anything else that you'd like to know about. Thank you very much for listening.